Will this degeneracy ever go away? Even though not all humans are the same, the entertainment industry and mass media are portraying a very bad image of both men and women. Let me explain. If you watch any Netflix show, chances are you'll find a bossy girl who wants to run the company, if not the world, and has her husband or boyfriend wrapped around her finger. Now, if you ever saw the stupid feminist rallies, in some cases you can see women walking men as dogs. These men are just acting as slaves and giving off the feeling that men should submit to women because of everything some men did in the past. In contrast, men in modern-day TV shows lean towards being nerds, weak individuals, and/or submissive husbands. If they even have a partner, of course. Too many men are afraid to voice their opinion about important issues such as an unfair legal system, the decay of ethics, and other common sense ideas that the masses don't want to discuss because they're busy watching sports, watching explicit content, or playing video games. One of these ideas is also the swapping of gender roles, which has made women bossy and insufferable. Stay tuned because you're about to learn how mistaken they are, and of course, why you should avoid them at all costs. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day. I wanted to shout out JJ Watt, especially because I think he understood the point I was getting at in the previous video. He said, "As an avid student of history, I like the analogy about games in the Colosseum entertain the masses while the empire is falling down. Men in our modern society being amused by their PC games while society is going to shit. And being from outside the US and having a worldview, it is doubly interesting." JJY, you're absolutely right. Whether it be video games, watching sports, going to the club, entertainment has an appropriate place and time. But the key to success is to do such things in moderation, unless you happen to be the minute percentage that makes a living off those things. But again, the exception does not make the rule. Either way, JJ1, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video, maybe the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity. As much as there are often two sides to every coin, let's see reality as it is. Currently, women enjoy bank accounts, access to the labor market, and other rights. In fact, in some countries, they have more rights than men, and although modern women hate to admit it, all cultures still put a lot of pressure on men in many regards. Who's the one paying the bill? Who's in charge of the finances? Put simply, who is the breadwinner? In 99.99% of cases, it's the man. However, since getting into a decent relationship has gotten very complicated in recent times, women either get divorced or just prefer staying single. Some of these women who got married in the first place are now raising children who, in turn, lack a masculine figure. What are the consequences of this? Just to name a few, young men with little masculinity and lack of leadership, young women with no respect for masculinity, and, in some cases, inability to pick worthwhile men. I'm not meaning you should get women in the hopes of breaking this pattern, by the way. Just acknowledge that dysfunctional families, paired with lots of brainwashing, have changed women's mindsets radically. Modern women tend to believe that they can do so much on their own that they don't even need men in society. They don't mention who takes care of the electric grid or the pipelines, but that's a different story. Having said that, here's why you shouldn't ever take a bossy girl as a partner. Firstly, she's stubborn. She's the kind of person who prefers ideologies over logic. If she believes that 2 + 2 = 5, but you tell her the truth, she might call you names. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but you get the idea. These chicks love their particular revolution until the lunch bill comes, and once you pay, she's back to her narratives. If you remind her of the men running the basic facilities we all enjoy every day, she'll come up with phrases like, "Yeah, but that's because women are not granted the opportunity to do those jobs." In general, she'll come up with "yeah, but" kind of phrases to make objections to every commonsensical thing you say. Don't even think of letting her know that although women are free to do any job, not a single one is willing to risk their lives in construction or stay multiple hours under the sun. Secondly, let's go back to the basics to learn what boss girl means. It refers to the emancipated woman of the 21st century who has let go of her previous shackles by succeeding and advancing in a liberal society. It has been a preferred term for companies and clothing brands to advertise just how progressive they are. They do this by highlighting the successes of women in business, as well as encouraging women and girls to become girl bosses and take charge of their own lives. Sounds great to naive women. I say so because in reality, once they see what men must do to be successful, it's not that great. Competition is fierce, and although women might want to put in a man's shoes to pursue a high position, stress and other negative feelings overtake them. All those glamorous fantasies coming to their minds evaporates in a few seconds, and at some point, they consider going back to a less stressful job. Thirdly, since women are more emotional, they tend to have a hard time acting according to the situation, meaning they will stay combative and bossy even outside a work setting. A woman like this will try to impose her ideals on you while bragging about how liberal and open-minded she is. Interestingly, bossy girls have even become a popular topic to make fun of on social media, highlighting how out of touch companies and people promoting it are. This is before mentioning the blatant hypocrisy of the term, which, especially with clothing companies, usually means a woman in charge of a business that relies upon and exploits women in the global south, where most of any product is made today. It also means companies who want to be seen as progressive will use and promote the term without enacting any real change. Before wrapping up this video and further injecting more credibility into the ideas I've discussed, let's see an article by a woman. Just a few paragraphs will make everything clear. People always talk about the glamour of being a boss babe, but they never talk about the realities of being a female entrepreneur. While it's great to be encouraging and positive, there is also a harsh reality to being a business owner. It's not all sunshine and rainbows every day. It's hard work. People only see the picture-perfect part of what we do because that's what we choose to share. Finally, a woman takes accountability and tells other women how hard being a business person actually is. Now, let's see her final punchline to these dreamers. So many boss babe influencers will tell you to just take the plunge, quit your job, then start your business. This is not only bad business advice, it's potentially bad for your health. The amount of stress you would be putting on yourself using this method would be astronomical and could play a big factor in whether you succeed or fail. Preparation is key. Nowadays, women are getting scammed. Not only that, but they're forgetting the female imperative of giving life for so many years that once they hit the wall and nature calls, it's probably too late. And never save them. Let them face responsibility for their choices. I hope I've shared with you just enough reasons to not date or marry a boss girl. Stay strong, be selective, and if you prefer singlehood, go for it. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Have you ever heard these insights? What other reasons would you add to the list? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.